I'm just looking at this here like, hey guys, I'm here. I made it to Seoul. I feel like I have a little piece of my heart back, honestly. This is my third time here, and every time I come I feel like I'm coming home. I just love it here so much. I arrived yesterday evening and the flight was long. It was Calgary to Seoul is just over 12 hours, and the flight was fine up until about the last 2 or 3 hours, and we hit really bad turbulence. And I mean really bad. I'm fine with turbulence because it's always okay, the plane's not going to fall out the sky, and actually it helps me to visualize it like I'm on a bus. So if I'm on the plane I think, oh, you're just on a bus, it's a bumpy road, it'll be fine. But this was the worst turbulence I've ever experienced, and it was so bad that the captain came on and sort of warned us that we were going to be flying through thunderstorms. He said, okay, be prepared because this is going to be really bumpy. And also they kept showing the safety video every half hour, you know, like, know where your emergency exits are, the nearest exit may be behind you, and then showing you how to do brace position, and they were showing it. Like, I was thinking, should I be worried about this, because they don't normally do this. Anyway, we hit the thunderstorms, we hit the turbulence, and it was really bad. And I was looking at the other passengers as well, and we were all had the same terrified look on our face. We were gripping the seats, we were thinking, are we gonna make it? But it was all fine, and it's quite good to know that even with turbulence that bad, that it's still fine. I arrived into the airport, and as always with Korea, I had no issues. Straight through immigration, no questions. Welcome to Korea. My luggage had arrived safely. It wasn't broken, it wasn't damaged, anything. My friend was there to meet me at the airport. It was all fantastic. However, today I have got the worst jet lag I've ever had. I don't know why it's so bad. Seoul is 15 hours ahead of Calgary. So I guess my mind is still in yesterday, and my... Is that right? So my mind is still in yesterday and my body is in, well, Canada time tomorrow. So I'm just completely... I'm frazzled. I'm really frazzled. I was wide awake all night here, and it's now about 5 p.m. and I managed to get, I guess, like 2 or 3 hours sleep, enough to get up and get showered to go out. I had to go and get some cash because even though I have a card that it's for traveling, I can use it anywhere. I've had no issues in any country, but for some reason in Korea I can't use it in a lot of the shops, and I can only use it in one bank, which is Hana Bank. So I had to go and find Hana Bank and get some cash out and then go to the shop and buy what I needed to buy. So I don't know why that is. I never normally have an issue, but yeah, today is so humid. It was raining really heavy when I woke up, and the heat was a lot, and so just the humidity is... Oh, my hair is sticking to my neck. It's really warm. I'm just adjusting. I'm just adjusting to everything here. And actually, speaking of that, a couple of nights ago, well, my last night in Calgary actually, I was sitting in my Airbnb alone and just thinking about everything, and I had a little bit of an emotional meltdown. Honestly, it's the first one I've had a proper meltdown since I've been traveling, and I did record it from my own diary so that I could remember that moment when I think about going traveling again. I'm not going to share it, but I will share the emotion that I felt whilst recording it. I think I was just completely overwhelmed because I was packing up ready to leave another country and then go on another long haul flight, and yeah, my entire life has been in flux since I left UK in July, and I'm constantly moving almost every week, apart from when I first arrived in Canada. Pretty much since then, every week I'm moving to a different location, a different accommodation, traveling, And every time I'm getting there, I'm having to then organise the next step, because if you leave it too late then the flights are expensive, accommodation's not available and things. So I'm constantly trying to catch up with myself for the next step, the next step, the next step. And it's really hard if you don't know where you want to go and you're just travelling. You want to see how you feel, you don't know how long you want to stay in each place, you might meet people, you know, like it's really hard if you don't have a set plan. And I'm just struggling with it all. I just got really exhausted with constantly having to fit everything into a suitcase and organise all the travels. Just the logistics of it all is really exhausting, and constantly starting again in another country, another thing. I'm quite lucky because obviously I speak English, so being in Canada and stuff is not too much of an issue. But coming to Korea, I really notice it. But actually, the last time I came to Korea was June 2024, so just over a year ago, and at that point I had been learning Korean for 2 years and I was using it whilst in Korea. However, when I left and I came back, I stopped studying Korean, and in that year I've completely forgotten everything. Like I came here and I went into the convenience store, and the lady behind the till, she asked me if I wanted a bag in Korean, and I know that sentence, like, I mean, I know it. it's in my brain somewhere, but it took me so long to compute in my mind what she was saying, and I was just staring at her blankly, like going, I have no idea what you're I don't know what you're saying. Maybe it's the jet lag as well, but you know, I couldn't even think how to say no, I don't need one, like anayo, 괜찮아요. You know, I couldn't even think of that in my mind, and it was really scary, and it made me feel sad that I'd spent 2 years learning a language to have it completely disappeared out of my mind. And so now I'm here, and every interaction, every time you go in a shop, everything is just so much harder when you don't speak the language, because I'm having to like translate it, and then it's not that anyone gets frustrated, it's just like it requires so much brain power. I really forgot how hard it is. So yeah, I totally have so much respect for people that I guess like even come to UK and don't speak English, and it's just amazing. Anyone that can speak another language, I'm just in awe of people that can do that, because I just can't seem to retain the information in my mind. I can't even remember how I got onto this, honestly. What was I talking about? Welcome to the jet lag vlog. I feel like I've just waffled on long enough, honestly. I don't even know what it is that I really want to say. I just wanted to say hi and give you an update. I'm in Seoul, I've got jet lag and it's humid. That's pretty much all I have to say. I don't know how long I'm here for, at least a couple of weeks, yeah, for sure, 2-3 weeks. And I have spoken to my friends here, we're gonna meet up. I'm so excited. Maybe they'll be on the vlog. Maybe they want to be on the vlog. I'm sure Shin will. She doesn't mind being on camera. And yeah, that's it. When I have more videos and I'm being out and about, I'll update you. But yeah, until then, I hope you guys are good, and I hope that my jet lag gets better. I'll speak to you soon.